This is so hard because physically you're wrecked, mentally you're wrecked, your home is broken, and you really don't know where to start, how to begin fixing it. Because even if you have to, you can fix it if you have the money. Your money's stuck in the bank, so you have to beg for your money to be able to fix your own home after the mistake that someone did, someone in the government. So we are all waiting to see how we're going to be able to help ourselves. You go home, you see everything is broken, everything is wrecked. You don't know where to start. You have to pick up a lot of glass. You have to pick up broken down walls. Anything you have ever bought, anything you have ever saved, it's broken. Your clothes are ripped. You have to pick up the blood off the walls in the house, because my uncle was in the house and he was injured, and there was blood all over the house. In my building, there's blood on the walls. I have a neighbor that passed away the third day after the explosion due to the blast. Another person is in a comatose state and still is. He's been there for the past 18 days. Same goes for my neighbor who lost the ability to walk. After all this, no one talked to us. No one explained what happened. No one explained to us what is happening. Why did that happen in an area that is populated so much? You want to try and save whatever you still have in that house. And as soon as you reach, you want to either cry or you want to scream or hit someone because they raped your house. You're supposed to be safe in your house, and you're not safe. You're not safe anymore.
Hala, just listening to you, I can hear that it's just a roller coaster of emotions that you are feeling, one thing after another.
Look, home, you're supposed to be safe. No one is supposed to die in their home. No one is supposed to get injured or get their houses blown onto them. It was so unexpected. When I was young, I once asked my father if it's safe to live next to the port, and my father said, no one would ever have arms or fireworks or anything that could explode at the port because it's a highly populated area. But I guess we were mistaken. And I thank God that Dad is not alive to see what has happened.
I am so sorry to hear all of what you have gone through, Hala. I really am.
Look, you have to come and see. This country is not about this explosion. I was telling a lot of my friends, they see it on the news and they saw the explosion. I've seen it. It's a Hiroshima-looking explosion. But this is not what Beirut is all about. We are wrecked. Everybody tells me you are resilient. We are not resilient. We are injured. We are injured. We are wounded. Our houses are broken. They think that the Lebanese, because they've had so many wars, that they are resilient. No, we're not. We are wounded. We are trying to lick our wounds to be able to fix our homes, to get back to the normalcy. My family is 7 members. We are not staying together anymore. We are apart. Everyone is staying somewhere because we don't have the choice, because our home was taken from us.
And you're in your home right now trying to repair it. Can you describe what your home looks like right now?
Right now, I have no windows, no doors, no balcony because my balcony fell off, because my house is facing storage number 12. It is facing it. There's 400 meters between me and the storage room that exploded. So you can imagine the destruction.
Is it safe for you to be in the building, Hala?
Yes. There were engineers that came with NGOs. They saw the structure of the building. Our building is an old one, but it is made in cement, in armed cement. So these buildings, they don't move. They don't get cracked. But there's no water, there's no electricity. People have scraped wood to make doors to close up their homes so that no one goes in to loot. It's unacceptable. We've created a fundraiser, me and my sisters. We are trying to gather money to fix up the common area because our building is mostly elderly retirees. And, well, when you're a retired person, you do not want this to happen to you. You just want to stay in your home, be safe, spend your money, go traveling, not get blown off to pieces.
And obviously your home is a place of dignity, isn't it? No matter how big or small, it's a question of dignity.
It's your home. If it's a small shack or it's a big palace, it's your home. The sanctity of it is ruined now. We are trying to get back to the sanctity of it. And I don't know how we're going to be able to do that. Because even if we fix our house, I have to fix my building. If I fix my building, I have to fix my street. And if I fix my street, I have to fix the neighborhood. So it's safe for me and my parents to come back.
I want to get into your situation right now. Hala, can you take us back to the moments of the explosion? Where were you?
I was on the way back. I had called my uncle who was home. I was telling him I was on my way back and he shouldn't worry. And he was saying me, slow down, don't be fast on the road. And because I slowed down, I did not reach Beirut at 6:08. I reached Baye, and I was lucky there because my friend who was at the port, well, she passed away in front of her kids inside the car.
I'm so sorry.
So really, this is unacceptable, what we've had to go through. All the wars, I've been there. I am 38 years old. I have lived through 2 wars, 3 wars even, and this never happened to us. I have a friend who lost his child. He was with me in school, and this guy and his wife lost a 4-year-old kid. All she did was sing next to the window. You feel despair every day. That's why I'm telling you, we are not resilient, we are wounded. This is not okay what's happening, and no one came out to tell us what happened, to explain, to say sorry. You know, I was talking to Chris and Chris told me, I'm sorry. And this was the first time someone told me, I'm sorry this happened to you. I've never seen this. I have never lived this, and I've been around. And I hope no one has to ever live this. Losing a child, losing a parent in front of you, this is no. This is unfair. This is bad.
Well, I wish the parents of that little one who passed away much fortitude. There are no words, Hala. And you are expressing yourself remarkably well.
Thank you, because I've had the help of a huge, strong woman that is my mother, and she has pushed us. And through this, with her home wrecked, she is still pushing us. We are trying to fix everything so that we get back to normal, because I don't know how you face this. This is the first ever I've ever lived. There have been explosions in Beirut, but not of this magnitude. Never of this kind of destruction, mass destruction.
Hala, you came back to your house, you saw it was devastated, you checked on your uncle who you said was wounded. What happened then?
Yes, I took him out of the house. We went down the stairs. It was all broken. The stairs were broken. We were trying to get down to the ground floor to reach my car. And there I see people coming in to try and help out. People were helping each other. People were bleeding. I have a neighbor. He protected his children with his body. With his body, he got all the share of the glass. The share of the glass went through the dad so that his kids may survive. He's in a comatose state now in the hospital. I've seen everything, but I am proud to be Lebanese more now than ever before, because I've seen kids coming from West Bekaa to help us pick up the rubble. People coming from the north, from the south, from everywhere through Lebanon to help the Beirut people to pick up the pieces of their own homes. They are helping them, they are cooking for them, they are distributing food. They are trying to help these people find some kind of normalcy in this chaos. This is a heart-filling thing. Chris was telling me, I am positive. I am positive because I've seen this. I've never seen this before. This is the first time I see so many Lebanese run to help each other. And this is awesome. Our government is not helping us, but we are the new government. We are helping each other out.
I was listening to a man who spoke to one of our correspondents in the region, and he said, this is a new beginning for Lebanon. I am hopeful. I am more hopeful than I have ever. Do you share that sentiment?
Yes, we all are. But we have to go forward. No more backwards. No more taking stuff from the old. The old is gone. It's supposed to be gone with that wreckage. When you have this happen to you, when I tell someone about this, I tell them they killed us in our homes, inside our homes. So they are not entitled anymore to speak for us. They are not entitled anymore to take anything from us. All we want from them right now is investigate, explain why this was there, explain why people had to die, explain why people had to see their children or their parents die, explain why I am homeless at 38. My friends are stuck in France because of the COVID-19, so I normally go to their apartment to water their plants. Mm-hmm. And the first call I get after I called my mother was that friend telling me, Hala, you have the keys to my house, go to my house, stay there.
And you're still living in your friend's apartment?
Thank God. Yes, of course, because my apartment right now is without electricity, without water. You have no elevator in the building. You have a lot of rubble in the building. We're still trying to pick up the pieces. We're trying to get it fixed. That's why we did the fundraiser, so that our neighbors can come back as well, because a lot of them don't have the means even.
What about the other people that you were living with? Has your family's been split?
Yes, right now, because my mother is staying at a friend's, my sister is staying at her husband's place. Each person is spread around the edges of Beirut. We normally spend a lot of time together. We're a tight-knit family. And right now, if we need to see each other, we have to go to a restaurant or something. And this is, right now, it doesn't exist because we were under lockdown. So we're not even able to see each other unless we're crammed into some small space.
You've mentioned the community spirit, your friend helping you.
Yes.
What official help have you had?
NGOs. I have had help from Lebanon Aid. I have had help from Nusanid. I have had help from Live Love Beirut. All three of them came to my house and to my building trying to help us. They're trying to fix our homes, going into their houses, taking measurements, trying to help them out with structure, with windows before the winter, because in 20 days' time, winter will be here. And if we do not close our homes, I don't know who sleeps in the cold anymore.
Help me understand your living conditions prior to this explosion, because this explosion came about amid some of the worst economic times and political times the country has seen.
Yes, we all work at the house. I used to work in the UAE. I got a job for a month and then I had to come back to Beirut to get papers. And I got stuck here because of COVID-19. When I got stuck, the company stuck with me for a while and then they had to let me go. I tried to get a job here and I tried to fix up my stuff here. And then the explosion happened. So we're under lockdown and then the explosion. Our money is stuck in the bank and we don't get our money unless we want to get it 80% less value. So I don't know.
Just to reiterate what you've just said, you've lost your home and you've lost your job and you're separated from your family as well.
Yes.
How are you funding the rebuild of your home?
Right now, these NGOs are trying to help us fund it. I've created, the fundraiser is not for my home, it's for my building. Because if the building is safe and it's back to normal, then you can come back. If I get windows and a door, then my house is my house. Even if it's wrecked on the inside, it's my house when it's closed. So the major part that people are looking for right now is to close up their house, their homes, because they want to close the windows and they want to close the doors. If you close these, even if you are sleeping on the floor of your home, you're in your home.
Looking ahead, as we've discussed, winter is coming. You just want to board up your apartment. When will you, do you think, be able to go home?
Not before a month or two. This is being hopeful. This is being hopeful that my house I'll be able to close up my house during that period. Because with now what's happening and the economic crisis, even if we had the possibility, they took it from us.
And when you say they, you're talking about your politicians, you're talking about your
Politicians, bank, government, whatever,
your
you name
officials,
it.
yeah. And a lot of this is in question right now. You
a
have
lot.
a government that is trying to rejuvenate itself, a new government in the midst of being formed. Do you have any faith in what your future government may be able to do for the country of Lebanon?
Not for now. Honestly, not for now. Sometimes you get a shoe and you use it and you use it and you use it, and then it becomes very worn out, and it's time to change that shoe. This is the metaphor that comes to mind right now. I'm sorry, it's a bit rude to use it, but this is how I feel. Because if you've overworn a shirt here in Beirut, if you've overworn it, you use it as a rag. And now it's a rag, and we have to use it as a rag and get rid of it. I think it has to start all over again.
But linked to what you were saying earlier, you want answers. And
Yes.
there is an investigation underway. Do you believe you will get to the bottom of the truth as to what happened when it comes to the explosion?
Very doubtful, but hopeful. I'm doubtful that they will do everything. Now, if people from outside the country will come to investigate, then yes, I will trust whatever decision will come. But people who are in this situation, they cannot. It's like asking Ali Baba to investigate the 40 thieves. but he was a thief also. So it's the same. It's like asking your brother to rat on you. It's the same. So I believe that it has to be an investigation on a huge scale. There's saying between 300 and 3,000 tons of nitrate ammonium exploded. Okay, and what caused them to explode? Why were they there? Why were they in an area that was so populated? Why did someone try and use flames next to the door? Why were there containers that were not explained inside the room? Why? All this, why?
These are just some of the questions that you want answered.
These are the few ones. These are the few ones and the unrude ones. Because right now, you have a very difficult time being polite. Because I don't know if you felt it. When you go home from work, and you're in your car and you dream of getting to your house, getting that shower,
Absolutely,
sitting
yeah.
in your bed, watching I don't know which series, and just cutting off.
Yeah.
The day I left my house, I did not know where to go. That's the major problem. I need an answer for that. Why didn't I have that? And this is the most stupidest thing you could ever think of, but why? I don't have a home. This is the worst thing that comes to mind every time I'm leaving work or now when I go to my house to fix my house and I leave and I think, well, this is where I used to be safe, where I used to stay in bed if I wanted the day, just shut off everything, and now I don't have it. And someone has to answer for that. If no one answers for it, then why did it happen? Then what? It was all for granted. People lost their families for granted. Forget about the homes. Think about the people who lost their family members.
Yeah.
That's why I don't talk about stone that much. Stones, you could rebuild, you can do it all over again. But families, how do you get them back?
Absolutely. Hala, you've been kindly speaking to us from the what remains of your home in terms of the interior. What are you working on there today? Which part of the house are you trying to fix?
Honestly, I'm trying to pack up whatever stuff were left. So most of our clothes were ripped from the glass. So I'm trying to pack up the clothes, maybe try to empty the house for the people that are helping us so that they're able to work. We removed the glass, we removed broken walls, broken stones, broken chairs. I had splinters of wood all over the house. Splinters, you can imagine how massive was the explosion. So that wood, I'm speaking wood, big wood, not thin ones, and it exploded into splinters. So trying to pick up these things because at some point I have to pick up these from out of the way to be able to see if I can fix them, if I can get them back, or if I have to get new ones, if I have to be able to work at the house, start with the aluminum to close up my windows so that the rain doesn't come in. And today we have a cloudy day. So I'm looking at the sky and I'm worried if it's gonna rain, what's gonna happen to my house? I'm laughing because this is stupid.
Nothing is stupid. What you are saying is what you are feeling.
Yeah, it's all out, but I'm thinking, how do you go about this? And at the same time, think about people who lost their loved ones. This is what's stupid, When you see, I'm worried about my home. Honestly, I am because this is what I lost. But I have a lot of friends who lost a lot of people. A girl my age died in the rubble in Jamaica. Her grandparents' house fell on her. I have a lot of stories, and these stories will not make you sleep, so I will not tell you those stories.
But these are stories that stay with you, and I'm sure rob you of sleep as well.
I am trying, honestly, I'm trying to put it out there because when I first decided to go through on with this interview, this is to make the voice reach. Because people, they are sad. You see despair in people when you walk in Maram Khair. When you walk in Beirut, you see despair. Through the wars, there was no despair. And now people they're hopeless. And then you see these young kids trying to pick up the rubble. And then you feel hopeful again because the newer generation is better. They're doing it way better than us.
Hala, I wish you all the very best.
Same
And
here.
I am so grateful that you have spent a bit of time speaking to me. And your
I
voice
am
will be
thankful
heard.
that you guys, I know,
Your
that's
voice will
why.
be
And
heard
I'm
across the
thankful
world. Yes.
that you took the time to talk to me.
Not at all.
I am very
We are the
thankful.
ones who are grateful to you for speaking to us at what is an unimaginably difficult time for you. And I wish your family, your uncle, your mum, all the very best. And I hope that you are reunited soon.
You are lovely, and I wish you all the best. And thank you for listening to us. And I hope that people will understand what is happening here. And this is not the country of explosions. This is the country of love and family. But right now, it's the current image. It's the current selfie, let's say, so that the new kids on the block understand.